Now, using an unarranged overdraft to make up a shortfall in cash could be much more expensive than taking out a payday loan. That's according to the consumer group, which...
Yeah, it says that some high street banks are charging as much as 12 times what payday lenders are allowed to charge. Let's speak to our financial advisor, Yvonne Goodwin, who joins us here on the sofa. Morning to you.
Good morning.
12 times? That's a surprise. I was amazed by those figures.
Yeah, well, unauthorised overdrafts are where you've run past your overdraft limit and you're then using the bank's money. And in some cases, you might think, well, it's better that they charge you that fee rather than stopping the direct debit, which might cause knock-on problems further down the line. But having said that, a lot of the banks are charging it in terms of pounds rather than percentages. So they might charge £5 or £6 a day for each day that you're overdrawn.
So if you're overdrawn by £1,000, or say you had £1,000, I don't know what it would be, but £1,000,
yeah,
it's obviously the percentage. When we're talking percentages, that's going to be much smaller than if you've gone over it just by £30. So that's what you need to be looking out for as a consumer. Do all the banks just charge a nominal amount, or do they charge percentages?
They're all different.
Right.
Every bank's different, and also some of them send you text when you're about to go over your overdraft limit. It's always best to communicate with the bank and have a pre-arranged overdraft so you know what it's going to cost. But the banks do now tell you in advance, because they have to be transparent, exactly what they're going to charge. The problem is we don't read it until there's a problem, do we?
Yeah, till it's too late.
Yes.
I suppose the thing, the question is, if payday lenders aren't allowed to charge this, why are the banks allowed to charge it?
Yeah, well, they don't really want people to go into the unauthorised overdraft. They want people to look after their financial affairs so that they can work within their budget. And it is possible to change some of your direct debits so that they're going out at the time of the month when your salary comes in, rather than skipping over.
Tell you what, there'll be people listening to you say that, groaning, saying that banks could learn a few lessons themselves in the past, couldn't they, about running their own finances?
Yes.
Yeah, but the fact is that we're, I suppose, beholden to them if we have a bank account. Yeah. So they're dictating this, but the banks are also saying that their overdraft charges have dropped significantly since 2008, since their poor behaviour was highlighted.
Yeah, they are heavily regulated now, and they do have a responsibility to treat customers fairly. And if you feel that you have been dealt with unfairly and it's caused you a financial loss, you can write in and complain to them. If they don't uphold your complaint, you can then take it to the Ombudsman if you still think it's unfair how you've been dealt with. I think a very important note for people, though, about payday loans is you really do not want a payday loan, because it goes on your credit record, and if you go for a mortgage later on, they will see that you've had a payday loan, think, oh, this person isn't very good at handling the budget. We'll either charge them a higher interest rate, or worst case scenario, we won't give them the mortgage at all. So please, anybody watching this morning, please don't go for the payday loan rather than the unauthorised overdraft. Speak to the bank. Speak to the bank about it. If you're in financial difficulties, there are a lot of financial charities out there like Step Change, where you can access all sorts of useful information on the internet.
I know some of the payday companies, we've had them on before, who say, you know, we're here to provide a service, and in some circumstances it works and it works fine. But I take your advice. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.